Well, we've changed things up a little bit with the forecast for the afternoon, and the forecast itself really hasn't changed that much, but how we're presenting it, there are a couple things I want to point out. The Storm Prediction Center has just lowered the severe threat for Hampton Roads from a level 2 or slight risk down to a level 1 or marginal risk. That is good news. All along, we thought the chances for storms are going to be fairly isolated, maybe isolated to scattered. It now appears that it's really going to be pretty isolated, but they are still possible. So while this is good, by no means should you drop your guard completely. We want you to still stay weather aware, and we've got more rain in the forecast for Friday. So again, why did we discontinue the weather alert day that we had up earlier? Well, when the Storm Prediction Center took us from a 2 to a 1, and the models are all pointing at very, very isolated development. If we see anything at all, okay, the threat's downgraded. We said we can kind of back this down a little bit. Still, though, isolated late afternoon and evening storms will be possible, especially late evening and off to the north. I'll show you the future cast in a moment. Gusty winds would likely be the main impact. The activity is not expected to be as widespread as it was appearing before. So earlier this morning, we were under a level 2 threat for today, and Storm Prediction Center said, no, it just doesn't look like that. We had some rough weather down to the south, and that kind of stole some of the potential energy with this system. So what we're going to find again, instead of being shaded in yellow all the way up through the mid-Atlantic, we are now under that level 1 threat, and the real high threat of severe storms, that level 3, which is technically considered a moderate threat, we've got our enhanced threat. We've got that from Texas across Louisiana and the deep south, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. For Hampton Roads, again, just that level 1 threat. How about tomorrow? You see how the Storm Prediction Center continues to keep the threat levels 1 and 2 down south of our area. But keep this in mind, we'll still see good chances for showers and storms tomorrow afternoon. It just appears the severe weather threat will be farther south. So as we go through the afternoon, so far so good. I think into the mid to late afternoon, we're not going to see much development around here. Maybe a passing storm or two here or there still off to the north. But you're really not looking at much. The evening commute should be okay. Again, don't drop your guard completely. There might be an isolated storm or two, but the chances are pretty low. Now, as we get into the early evening, we'll look for maybe some potential development here or there. We could see a few showers or storms popping up. Looks like a little energy kind of coming through there ahead of the main front. But it's going to be this area that we monitor later in the evening that's going to bring a better chance for stronger storms. And the reason for that, there's a cold front that is going to push closer to us by 11 or 11:30. That front will be carving into the northwestern part of the area. Low pressure right here along that front, and that will likely trigger some of those storms. Some of those could be locally heavy, possibility of severe storms. We might get a couple warnings. Taylor Stephenson will be here watching for you tonight, and she'll let you know if we do get any of those intense storms. So this moves across the eastern shore, and then towards sunrise tomorrow, things look a lot better. There will be chances for showers once again late in the day Friday. This is Friday afternoon and evening. Again, these storms tomorrow, not expected to be severe, but we could get some locally heavy rain. After that, the weekend is looking better for us. Stay tuned to 13 News Now. We'll keep you updated. Again, don't drop your guard completely, but some good news in that the threat of severe weather for this afternoon and evening appears to be more isolated instead of more widespread as it was looking earlier. We'll, of course, keep you updated, so keep checking back with 13 News Now.